If you hear that song, you know it means it's time for another edition of Z Comic Weekly. Welcome, everybody. We are live on Facebook. Checking in with you guys, Joey, Troy. We're ready to get into the world of nerd for all of you nerds out there. What's up, Troy? How's it going?
Hey, not bad. Hey, when that intro is playing, since you started the stream, can you see me in the background, or does it? Oh, so I shouldn't be picking my nose and stuff?
No, I watch you the whole time. The beauty behind the scenes that we can see what's going on. You may not see it, but I'm watching Troy picking his nose, making sure he looks right for the camera, and he's like, okay. Yeah, once he starts, one day I'm gonna catch you off guard. Stop the video. You're gonna be mid. I wasn't ready.
That was a two-knuckle one too.
I know. I like the song. I gotta say. I think we're locked in with that song for forever now at this point. So I guess when you got a theme song, you got to stick with it.
Yeah, if it's working, it's working.
If it works, it works. Welcome everybody to another edition of Zia Comics Weekly. Of course, we do this every Thursday, and this is your chance to jump in on the conversations. Anything you guys want to discuss, anything you want to talk about in the world of nerd, we have always a lot to talk about. We can get going and not stopping. Troy, what's been going on with you? How's your week been? What have you been seeing out there that just really has caught your attention this week?
Well, the new Moon Knight episode just dropped yesterday.
Yeah,
episode 2, and it did a lot more to explain for people who are unfamiliar with the character what's going on with him. And I was kind of on the fence at the first episode, but this second episode, I'm sold. I'm digging it.
And they're longer episodes, by the way. I was wondering that last week. I was like, are we getting short, like 23-minute episodes, or what's going on? Ooh. They're a little bit longer, but there's 6 episodes. So,
that's I just watched that this morning. And
so you prepared and ready to go, weren't you?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So what are your thoughts so far, man? I mean, of course, we're lucky enough to get another series right now from Marvel, and I was kind of hesitant because, like we've mentioned in the past, this is a lesser-known character. A lot of people don't really know. I mean, you're really going to have to dive into comic books and really do your background researches before you get into this. But what have your thoughts been so far as the reception? Because it sounds great.
It's been getting good reviews, but I mean, you got 2 huge actors there with Ethan Hawke and Oscar Isaac.
Yeah,
and Oscar Isaac is just doing an amazing job playing the was it dissociative disorder? He's got multiple personalities along with the that Egyptian god that's in his head.
Yeah.
So he's doing well.
It looks great so far. I actually got I haven't seen episode 2, so I'm still I'm behind an episode. So it comes out every Wednesday, right? So we're getting episodes on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems to work out better because I'm like, well, why can't we do this on Thursdays? Because I'm like, Thursdays seem to be the day that I catch up on all my streaming, man.
Yeah. We'll just be a week behind.
Yeah, I know. Right. But it's cool. It's cool though because we get to kind of let people know what they're looking forward to without giving spoilers. That's the one thing about here. You'll never see us give away spoilers because we want you guys to be just as surprised as us. Man, you still can't catch me trying to give Spider-Man spoilers.
Oh, that's been a while. Yeah,
I know.
I don't know if they're considered spoilers after that long, are they?
I know. I still, you won't get me to say it though because I'm just kind of like, oh, you sure? Because there might be someone out there that's hasn't gone to see it or hasn't downloaded it or done anything to see it. So, but yeah, we definitely love to make sure that you keep the audience going. And it's exciting, man. I got to say, Marvel, something about their shows that they're doing on Disney Plus just seem to really capture people. Because I'll be honest, man, they weren't really capturing my attention on Netflix. But for some reason, Disney Plus, and I don't know if it's a financial backing or what it is, but I think every show on Disney Plus is hit.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, they're bringing those Netflix ones over into the Disney Plus. So, I don't know if it's the different writers, but because I thought they had pretty much the same writers, but maybe not. The stories that seem to be a little bit better, maybe a little more humor punched into them on Disney Plus. because Daredevil on Netflix, that was just straight up violence.
Yeah. Yeah, that definitely wasn't one that I didn't think was going to go to Disney Plus. I mean, when you think about the shows and the movies that were going to go to Disney Plus, I was kind of shocked to see that Daredevil was going to be one of those that went over, and Luke Cage.
Yeah. Well, Luke Cage, they kind of left on a cliffhanger, so now I need to know what's going on with Luke Cage at the end of that last season.
Yeah, Luke Cage. I mean, especially because, like you said, like you didn't know if they were going to cancel it. Then we thought we were going to see them a part of, another franchise. I think this also opens an opportunity for us to get back some of those Netflix character and how they tie them into these, we may see Luke Cage, or we may even see Daredevil pop up at one point in Moon Knight. You just never know.
That could be. Well, I'll let you know is that when you're watching Moon Knight, look for those little QR codes that they hide in the background. You can actually scan those, dude, and it will take you to an online comic.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they had one in the first episode, and there's one in the second. Yeah, it's like on the wall, like in one of the Egyptian displays in the first episode, and I can't remember the second episode exactly where I saw it, but I saw the QR code. If you still frame it and you get it just right, you can QR code with your camera, and it takes you to an online digital comic.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, big Easter egg.
Wow. Okay, so y'all pay attention. Episode 2, look for that QR code. I saw it, but I didn't pay it no mind, because if you remember during the Super Bowl how that QR code was bouncing around, and
yeah,
I tried scanning that dang thing so many times, it never worked out for me. I look crazy at watching the big game, and I'm like this. I'm at the game sports bar and grill doing this.
Never sit down. We can't see.
Exactly. They were just kind of like, is he okay? I was like, I'm trying to see what this is. And so at least this way I could do it in the comfort of my own home. So yeah. I was like, hold on, stop it. Let me scan it. Okay, let's do this. No, that's cool, man. And oh man, I'm glad you brought up Easter eggs, because that's one of the things that I've always enjoyed about Marvel. Because especially when you go back to look at some of these movies that you haven't seen in quite some time, you find these little Easter eggs. Like if you go all the way back to when Tony Stark was trying to lift something, he says, hey, let me borrow that. And it was a frame of Captain America's shield.
Yeah.
So there's always these little Easter eggs. And so it's cool. Like, I don't know, man. That's crazy.
They're very self-referential. They do a lot of meta type stuff where they reference other shows or characters from the MCU, and if you know what you're looking for, you see them in that, you're like, oh.
Yeah, that's why my wife kind of hates to go to the theaters with me, because I want to explain it to her, like if she's not going to hear a 20-minute discussion after we leave the movie theater, like, no, so this is what's going to happen. So what's going to happen is the Tesseract needs to do this. And it's like, and she's like, okay. She's like, I just know you're going to talk. Just
now, which one was the Tesseract? Was that
was that the guy? No, it wasn't the guy. You weren't paying attention. You know what? Next week, we're going to go watch the movie again, so you can hey,
give her homework.
At this point, I'm just going to start like saying whatever I want, because that just means we get to go watch the movie over and over again. So.
Just make stuff up.
Yeah, but it's getting bad, man. She's catching me, though. She's already started. When she starts explaining the stuff to me, she's just like, hey, Moon Knight. She's like, so if this is going to follow what storyline? I'm like, uh-oh. I was like,
what?
Like, wait, you're not supposed to know that. What's going on? So
she called your bluff.
I know, she really is. I was like, oh, no. Like, now I got to go study to make sure that I was like, I'm not telling her any lies.
So there's a lot of storylines. Well, I don't really know.
I was like, I don't know. Hold on. Let me see. Let me go check real quick. I need to go scan a QR code.
Wikipedia.
Oh, man. But, of course, we got that coming up. I mean, 6 episodes is what we're going to get from Moon Knight.
Yeah, short season.
Yeah, I don't know. Although, I got to say, I do like that they do that, though, because they're longer episodes. And they're not going to – it seems like the storyline is going to progress a lot faster than we've seen some other ones where it's like – we take WandaVision, for example. That one took a while for people to really get into it until finally we realized what was going on.
And hopefully we don't get a lot of filler episodes that just don't really serve any purpose.
Yeah. No, I kind of think that happened a lot with Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yes.
Yes,
it did.
It was like, okay, was this episode necessary? Because it's like, okay, they're building a boat.
Yeah, that could have been 5 minutes of the episode, and
It's like, yeah, it's like you guys could have moved past that. We can definitely move on for that. Comments, drop those in. Let us know what you guys have thought about Moon Knight so far, or any other show that you're watching. Maybe some people are going back and catching up on Loki or whatever other Marvel episodes. There's just a lot of great shows right now, and if you're staying up to date with them, make sure you guys catch Moon Knight. It drops every Wednesday, and it's Disney Plus, which seems like everyone has Disney Plus now. I mean,
if you don't, you're missing out. They own everything, man. They own Star Wars, they own Marvel, they own Pixar, they own Disney.
Everything that they can get their hands on. I tell you, it's definitely the app for you comic book fans, especially you Marvel fans out there. I think that's one of the main reasons why I got Disney Plus, was for the Marvel content, not really the old movies of Disney, but the Marvel content.
Yeah, I think I got it mostly for Star Wars in the beginning, and now I'm watching just as much of the Marvel as I am the Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, no, and there's quite a bit of Star Wars content. You know, we do got the Obi-Wan series that's going to be coming. I know you're excited about that one.
Oh, yeah.
We are going to get another season of The Mandalorian. That's going to be really good.
Yeah, I don't know where they're going with this now, though, because Grogu's gone, and that was the big draw.
Yeah.
The cute little Yoda dude.
Yeah, so let's see what they can find next. And as a matter of fact, I was looking up because I thought I had my Grogu pop my Funko, because I have a Grogu, but I don't know where I left him, so I think he escaped. So I'm gonna have to start keeping inventory of some of the stuff that I have, because
put little Apple trackers on them.
I need to, man. Sometimes you're just like, please don't walk away. Like, I have my Gizmo. I have.
Hey, Jackie, this says that you've got my Grogu at your house.
I need you to bring me back my Grogu, please. I'm gonna be that. You remember when you let your friends borrow a video game and now you got to go chase them down? Like,
yeah, I don't have it. No, you didn't loan it to me. So, dude, come on.
Oh my gosh. Sticking in the world of cinema, tomorrow we get. Actually, no. First, before we get to what's coming up tomorrow, Morbius. Have you checked out Morbius?
Not yet, but I've seen the reviews and they've been mixed reviews, so I'm not sure.
Yeah. Jared Leto. I'll leave it at that. Yeah, I know. It's just like, I mean, because all right. That's how we were with the Joker when he was Jared.
Oh, the whole, yeah,
no, I don't know. I'm not sure about it. This is one of those movies. I know it came out, did really good at the box office. I mean, #1 movie at the box office. But I think it is going to get dethroned this weekend because Sonic the Hedgehog 2 comes into theaters tomorrow.
Yeah, that's like my guilty little pleasure thing. I didn't want to like the Sonic movie. And, then they had the problem with the artwork in the beginning. They changed that up. And I went in and watched it going, this is going to suck. This is going to be stupid. And then I came out, I was like, wow.
Yeah, it really was a surpriser for a lot of us. And I think with the Sonic movie, because it was that movie that came out right before movie theaters shut, everything closes, everything. And it was a really good movie. And that was one of the few new movies that we got at the time. And then, we had to wait. So I think a lot of us were like, well, I guess I like that Sonic the Hedgehog movie, but we'll watch that over. That's the only new movie that's out right now. But part 2 comes out. Expectations. Is this a #1 movie, or does Morbius keep the #1 spot?
I think Morbius is going to drop.
Yeah.
I haven't heard a whole lot of buzz about it. Everybody who did talk positive about it said that it's more of a lead-in type movie that's going to be leading into some other stuff. Mm-hmm. Because you did see Michael Keaton in the trailer. So, probably Vulture, maybe some Sinister Six action.
Yeah, but we've been hearing for a while that Sinister Six was going to get their own movie. They just didn't know how to approach it, which I thought with No Way Home, that was going to be kind of their open window to lead to Sinister Six.
Yeah, well, now that Morbius is here and we've already got Ghost Rider, maybe we're going to see Midnight Sun, the Spirits of Vengeance.
Maybe.
Get the band back together.
Do we get Nicolas Cage?
People give him a hard time, but I didn't mind his Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
But I guess he gets more flack for his off-screen antics than on. I am the spirit of vengeance.
No, Nicolas Cage is a whole nother level right now because he's got his movie about being Nicolas Cage.
Is that out yet?
Next month it comes out.
That looks so good.
But talk about a movie that is literally going to be everything you want about Nicolas Cage is about to be the biggest, if not, he already is. But everybody's going to be like, yeah, Nicolas Cage. The same way we talk about Neil Patrick Harris, we're going to be talking about Nicolas Cage for a very long time.
Well, maybe he'll make enough money to buy his Superman comic back.
Maybe one day. But yes, some pretty good movies that are going to be coming out. Nicolas Cage obviously is, we got the Sonic movie that's coming, and then quite a few other shows as far as when it comes to comic books. I mean, I think a lot of fans are going to be excited for what is it, Miss Marvel that's going to be dropping. You just quite a bit of nerdom that will be going on for 2022.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited for Ms. Marvel. It's one of the I hate when they take an existing character and then alter them to fit diversity. With her, they created a whole brand new character, and that's what they should do. And her character, if you've ever read any of her comics, is very powerful, but she's also she's a teenager, dude. She's very funny, and she's Middle Eastern on top of that.
Yeah.
So I mean, you got a lot of stuff going on there, and they make it work. So I'm hoping they do her right.
Yeah. That's a lot of pressure too, because there is a lot of different, like you mentioned, there's a lot of different things that they're going to have to make sure for one, and that they keep it authentic. I mean, that's one of the things that we discuss with all this. How authentic are you going to stay to a storyline and to it be relatable to those that maybe are going to watch the show that come from looking at the comics?
Yeah, I hope so. Like just as an example of how she is as a character, in one of her early comics, she was fighting somebody, and Wolverine popped up and was helping her fight, and she fangirled all over him, so she had to pull out her cell phone in the middle of the fight and like take selfies with him fighting in the background.
Hey, that sounds like something that
a teenager right there.
A teenager superhero. Let's be honest. If we had superpowers as teenagers, I don't think we would be as serious as some of the superheroes we see.
I'm glad I didn't. I have no clue what I might have done.
I think we may have said this in the past. Superhero power, since we're talking, what would be your superhero power?
Oh, that's a tough one, dude. Well, I mean, everybody picks flying, but I think that might get old after a while.
Yeah, because people be wanting you to go get stuff for them.
Yeah, maybe mind control.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, there was an old comic I used to read, and one of the guys had mind control, and he would go to pay his rent, and he would give the landlord $1 bill and make her think it was a couple hundred.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. Man, see, but that's thinking from a responsible adult. Like, yeah, I want to be able to not have to pay taxes as my superhero power. Like,
get an extra order of fries at the drive-thru.
Right? It's like,
I would be doing stupid things like that.
Mind control is like, you will bring me their order too. Like, please. That's a good one though. Mind control. Oh man. Part of me would say invisibility. But
I'm leaning toward that one too, because that's almost as good as mind control.
Yeah, you just walk in, get whatever you want, and walk out, right?
But your invisibility, is it going to be like Invisible Girl, where her clothes turn invisible with her, or is it going to be more like Translucent on The Boys?
Yeah,
where you got to be butt naked.
No, we're going to go with the other one, because something go and happen, and next thing you know, I'm not visible and I have no clothes. That's not going to be a good sight for anybody. So,
or they're looking for you to do some work, and they look in the office, and there's just a stack of your clothes on the desk. Like, oh, come on, Joey!
Right? Or you forget to go invisible. You forget to go invisible, and you're sitting here naked. Like, okay, yeah. So why is everyone staring at me? Oops! Hold on. Okay, so yeah, no, maybe on that one. You know what I would want? The Flash. I want to run fast.
Speed Force?
Speed.
Well, in the comics, he can run fast enough to turn time back.
I mean, if you run, then you kind of get a 2-for-1 deal there. You get to go.
He screws things up when he does it, but yeah, you can do it.
I mean, can you imagine how fast? Well, boom, took care of something, came back, done. Had
Can
to
you
go get
imagine how many pairs of shoes you would go through?
Oh man.
Or the amount of food, because he's got to constantly eat because of all
That
the energy he burns.
well, if you think about it, I don't have to worry about any weight gain because how fast as I'll be moving, and I really get to see. So here's the thing: you do mind control to get as much food as possible, and then that way I can then just run it off, and we'll be good.
Well, I can mind control you that you think that I'm skinny.
See, there you go, man.
I look like Brad Pitt.
Wow, he looks like Brad Pitt. What's going on? Drop in the comments. What would you guys superhero power? If you could have a superpower, what would it be? I'm putting that on the screen right now for people to see it right now, so that way they can.
Yeah, that's always a tough question. Which superpower would you want?
But it changes though, man. It seems like it changed because I mean, you mentioned the flying one. Everybody would always go to the flying one, but I mean,
So birds can fly. Who cares?
Right? I mean, if I get on top of this roof and run really fast, I probably could fly, but not for a very long time. I mean, there's going to be a crash somewhere along the lines, but
I think the better question is, why would you want that superpower?
Oh, okay.
Which would you pick and why?
Okay, and why? So,
all right, do something nefarious, or you
although
just do dumb things like we were going to do.
Yeah, I know. That's the bad thing. Once you say superhero power, after that, you're just like everything else is out. Like you forget responsibility. That is out the window. I want to run because I want to race cars for some reason. Like I just want to run faster in the car and see if I'm faster in the car. Hey, man.
I could just make you think you are faster than a car.
See, look, man. Now I'm really starting to regret. I think I should have got your superhero power. You've had this planned out. You're ready to go. So
I've never thought about it.
Oh, that not at all. Anybody watching this podcast has never thought about what superhero power they've ever had. I bet you if I open this door right now and then just yelled superhero powers, everybody would yell one right now. So
well, I thought everybody was gone.
No, they're just hiding from me right now. See, invisibility. I've already achieved it. And nobody knew. Troy, real quick, man, I got to ask you what's going on with the Comic-Con. That's going to be coming up pretty soon.
Yeah. April 22nd through 24th, El Paso Comic-Con. So far, where's my camera? Cross your fingers. I don't have any wood to knock on here. The only cancellation we've had was Danny Bonaducci. Everybody else is still coming, so we're still going to get Shatner and Foley and Esposito, Tsoukalos, all the voice actors. We're going to have some luchador wrestling.
Yeah, buddy.
And they're going to actually do some clinics too to teach you how to wrestle. I think they're gearing mainly towards kids, but if they have an opening, you might be able to slide in as an adult.
There goes Joey.
Yeah, have some kid put you in a figure 4 leg lock and.
Oh man. So, I actually, we had an event a couple of weeks ago, and I told you about this event that there was a ring, and I always wondered about, how, with wrestlers,
how they
throw themselves, and I was like, okay, well, it can't hurt that bad. So I tell Boss Man, I was like, hey man, take a dive, see how it feels, take a, drop. He does it. He's like, okay. I go to do it, but for some reason I overdo it. I like jump in the air and then fall straight back. I pop every bone in I just hear so my back.
You oversold it.
I oversold it, and I was just like, I gotta get up and pretend like nothing's wrong.
Yeah, that was good.
I am center stage in front of 1,000 people. I'm not about to start looking like old man Joey getting up like, what just happened?
Holding back the tears.
I had to walk to the side behind a speaker and just kind of compose myself because I knocked the wind out of myself. And I'm just kind of like.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that's plywood underneath there.
Yeah, that much of Patty. Man, that much of Patty. And these guys are like head first into it. And I'm thinking like, oh, that's enough Patty. Nope, it is not.
Not for regular people like us.
Oh man, we go down a lot faster than most people. So
yeah. If I go down, I'm probably not getting back up.
Oh man, I will not be doing that again because have to walk out and pretend like nothing's wrong in front of 1,000 people is probably not a good. Although I'm sure somebody caught at least a tear me walking off like I'm sorry. So That's cool, man. So you guys got wrestlers, and what else is going to be coming up? I mean, it's a big day. It should be a lot of fun, man. And I've had a couple friends that were interested to go see McFoley. That they were saying like, man, that's crazy that McFoley's going to be there. So I mean, you guys got it all.
WWE Hall of Famer McFoley. How'd I forget that?
Yeah, I know,
Cactus
right?
Jack, man love, or dude love, mankind.
Yeah, mankind and dude love. I wonder if all three personalities will be there.
He, from what I understand from his rep, the photo shoots he does each day, he's going to do a different personality. So each day you see him, if you come all 3 days, he'll be one of those three personalities. So if you want a picture with all three of them, you got to come all 3 days and get the photo ops.
That's awesome. People trying to get tickets, where can they go get their tickets for Comic-Con?
ElPasoComicCon.com. You can click there and it'll take you over, or you can go online to Ticketmaster, where for sale there, and at any Ticketmaster outlet you can get tickets. Make
sure you get your tickets. It's going to be a lot. Esposito's going to be pretty cool. I mean, right now he's got he's 2022 is going to be a big year for him, man. Just seeing some of the projects he has coming up, he's definitely in for a big year. So if people want to meet him, I think we've mentioned several times, it's that you recognize the character, but the name you've never recognized. You see him, you're like, oh yeah, he was in this. But he's gonna be there, man.
Yeah, I've heard rumors he's going to be in the next season of Mandalorian as well, and possibly I believe they said he's going to make an appearance in Better Call Saul.
Yeah, and he's getting his own spinoff for A&E. I'm not sure if it's going to be with the Better Call Saul or Breaking. I'm not sure. But they're saying he's getting ready to start. He's going to get his own show now. So
his character is a pretty interesting character on Breaking Bad. So I would get behind a series with him.
Yeah. So I mean, that's one of those names that we've mentioned. You make sure you get as much time with him as you can, because I think he really is about to get that role that just changes everything from him. And we're about to see him in even more movies and TV shows headed into the future, man. So that's a big name right there, man. And then what about Cruises Comic-Con? How are things progressing with that? I know you guys have been in the works for that back and forth, but
yeah, I got one iteration of the contract actually yesterday. I read through and took some notes and sent it back to them, and hopefully if they can meet those demands, which they're not really demands, they're just a couple corrections in one demand.
Yeah.
August 19th through 21st, and actually 19th will be a move-in date, so it'll be August 20th and 21st is when we're looking. They've already got us penciled in. We just got to come to an agreement on the contract, and then it'll be a go, man. And we're looking at doing the VIP party next door in the Courtyard Marriott.
Yeah, Matt, you got it. It's going to be a heck of a setup, man, when you guys have that there, because you got the possibilities, man. It's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, I can't wait. We're just doing the exhibit hall right now, so it's going to be smaller than El Paso, but the convention center is smaller, the city's smaller.
Yeah,
so it has to be expected.
Got to ask you before we wrap up, how did it go this past weekend with the Red Ranger?
Jason Font.
Yes.
Yeah, he's dude is just the nicest guy you'll ever meet. Him and his girlfriend, who is, I guess, kind of his assistant. They came in, and man, he spent probably 15-20 minutes with each person.
Wow.
It was with these in-store things, it's a lot more personal. They get to because when you go to a con, it's almost step and shoot. You step up, the click, all right, next, click, next.
Yeah.
They would come in and they would talk to him. Everybody has their stories about why they like him and what he's meant to them, and and he was real attentive. He listened, he got up, did the selfies with people. And like I said, probably 15-20 minutes at least with each group that came up. And he stayed until the last fan. And then, they packed up and went up because they had another one the next day up in Albuquerque. They like to do a weekend thing. Friday, he was in El Paso, Saturday here, and then Sunday up in Albuquerque. They make a whole weekend trip of it.
Oh, wow. So they definitely got everything. They probably checked off New Mexico on their bucket list, too, because they got to
Southwest check.
Yeah. Done? All right, cool. They're just going through, crossing out from a map and saying, here we go. We can go ahead and check that off of the list. Well, man, that's crazy, man. You guys definitely have a lot going on, and we're always excited. Especially this next couple of weeks, man, with everything that's going to be coming up with Comic-Con, and then every Wednesday. I know you guys got new comic book Wednesdays. You guys are just
Free comic book days coming up too. First Saturday in May.
I know that's the perfect time to take the kids out there and the adults. I can't just say the kids.
Yeah, I'll say it's about 50-50.
Yeah. There's still some adults out there, because I know some of y'all be wilding out if you hear about a Power Ranger from your back in the 90s. You're like, oh my God. Like I said, me and Jason David Frank, like,
Yeah.
I was supposed to take my nephew and completely forgot him, but I went.
Too bad you couldn't go. Look what I got.
I know you could go, but I went. Well, I mean, you should have got in the car fast enough. I don't know why you wouldn't. You had to tie your shoe. I don't know why you couldn't tie it in the car.
Yeah, I drove slow. You could have jumped in.
You could have got it. Hey, it only said 15 on the odometer. You can run 15 miles per hour.
You want it bad enough.
I know, right? Let them know the socials, how they can keep up with Zia Comics and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, we're all over the interwebs, man. We got Facebook. We got Twitter. Man, I drew a blank. Instagram. We've got a YouTube, which is our big one, YouTube/Zia Comics, and we're on the TikTok.
That's right. Catch up on the TikTok. I follow you guys religiously on TikTok, so you guys whenever you guys put a video out there, I always see.
Yeah, we're due. I got some footage I got to put together and throw a few TikToks up. I usually do them in spurts. I'll do 3 or 4 at a time and then silence for a day or two.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to step up my TikTok game too, because
it's difficult. You've got to make yourself say, hey, you know what? This will make a good video.
Yeah, and after a while, you're just kind of like, am I annoying people by doing TikTok in the middle of a work day, or what's going on? So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll annoy Jackie right now. And we'll do a TikTok. She won't even know. I'll go there and knock on her office and say, hey, we're going to film something. Follow Zia Comics on all their socials. Don't forget, Big Show on the FM on Instagram. You can follow me, Joey, on the FM on TikTok. Also, remember, check in with Hot 103 every Thursday. Of course, we bring you this live. If there's anything you guys want us to talk about, remember, jump in the comments. Leave comments, guys. When you guys leave those comments, of course, it helps us. That way, it's your show. Let us know what you guys want us to talk about. Trust me, there's a lot of stuff out there in the nerd world that we can talk about. We'll make sure we cover it for you guys. All right? This has been another edition. This has been another edition of Zia Comics Weekly. We'll see you next Thursday.
Later, nerds.